Now let's look at quadratics, the third scenario where we have no roots. Okay, the quadratic never goes through the x-axis. Okay, it's either above and opens up, or it's below and opens down. Okay, so let's make a connection to vertex form first. So if I give you this equation of the quadratic, okay, the vertex is hk, which is 2, 3. The direction of opening is up because we have an a value of 1, which is positive, so it opens up. So I have, here's my vertex, it opens up. This parabola is never going to touch this x-axis. Okay? So will it ever cross the x-axis? No. If we try and solve using the quadratic formula, what will we get? Well, let's find out. Okay? So here's our quadratic in standard form. Oh, nice. It's already set equal to 0 for us. Okay, so we don't have to do anything to get it to equal 0 because it's already set equal to 0 for us. Our a value is -5, b is 8, c is -10. Plug all that into our quadratic formula. X equals -b, -8, plus or minus the square root of b squared of 8 squared minus 4 times -5. So 4 times a times c, which is -10. Okay? And this is all over 2a. 2 times -5. So x equals -8 plus or minus square root 8 squared is 64 minus 4 times, well, let me actually, order of multiplication doesn't matter. I'm going to do the 5 times 10 first. So -5 times -10, okay, is 50. Negative times negative is positive. 5 times 10 is 50. 50 times 4 is 200. So minus 200. All over 2 times -5 is -10. Okay? Now, what you'll see happens, x equals -8 plus or minus 64 minus 200. Okay? That's negative 136 over -10. So if we try and use our calculator to try and get our approximate roots here, before I put all this in, I just want, what's the value of the square root of -136? I've never seen a negative under a square root, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Square root of -136. Let's see. Error. No, there's no real answer for that. Okay? So because of this right here, this negative under the square root, that doesn't let us calculate any x-intercepts. Okay? So therefore, there are no roots. No roots, no solutions, no x-intercepts. Say whatever you want. All of those mean the same thing. Okay? So if under the square root sign, after you simplify, you get a negative, there are no x-intercepts. There are no roots. There are no solutions. Okay? So, interpreting solutions, do all parabolas have 2 x-intercepts? No, we saw 3 different scenarios. They could have 2, 1, or none. How do we determine, just by looking at our equation, how many x-intercepts a parabola might have? Well, we look at the discriminant. The discriminant is what's under the square root sign, this b squared minus 4ac. Okay? So this right here. If b squared minus 4ac gives us a positive answer, like in our first example, like this right here, with 1 root, oh, here it is. Okay, like this one right here, with our spinning 1 as a control. If it gives us a positive value under the square root, that resulted in 2 solutions. Okay? So if b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0, that gives us 2 solutions. If b squared minus 4ac equals 0, as in our second example, so like this one here, okay, under the square root, the b squared minus 4ac went to 0, and we only got 1 solution. Okay? So 1 solution. If b squared minus 4ac, so if our discriminant is 0, there's 1 solution. And If b squared minus 4ac is less than 0, like this last example where we did, where it was a negative, we know there are no solutions. Okay, so that's it for using the quadratic formula. Next lesson we'll learn how to take it a step further and graph it. But other than that, if you have any questions, just let me know. This is what we learned. We learned how to use the quadratic formula. We learned it can have 0, 1, or 2 solutions. If it has one solution, that root is the vertex. And just by looking at the quadratic that's in standard form, you can tell how many solutions it's going to have if you look at the discriminant. If you do b squared minus 4ac, you can tell how many roots it'll have. Okay. If b squared minus 4ac is positive, you get 2. If it equals 0, you get 1. And if it's negative, you get no solutions, because you can't take the square root of a negative number. And the b squared minus 4ac is what is under the square root sign right here. Okay? And that's it.